all hell broke loose, and I tried to hit her with every piece of DJ equipment in that court.
Your crazy ass been to picked up a whole speaker trying to throw that little bit that weigh 50 pounds. I'm like, Marty, what is you put that speaker down? If you don't put that speaker down.
One, two, three, four.
You're listening to Comic Conversations with Beanz the Comedian.
Welcome in to Comic Conversations. I am your boy, Beanz the Comedian. Today I have a very special guest on the line. But before I introduce her, I just want to remind you guys to download the audio podcast version of the podcast available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Also, if you are watching this right now on YouTube, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and like and share with all of your friends and family. Now, without further ado, my guest today is one of my homegirls, man. Funny as hell, been doing that thing for a while. Just had a birthday, man. She just turned 21. You know what I'm saying? Celebrated last night at Bartend Doors, man. So without further ado, man, y'all give it up for my girl, Marni P.
What's up, y'all? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. What's going on, Beans? Hey, everybody.
What's
Yes,
good?
it's
What's good?
Virgo season in full effect. What's going on?
So how was it last night, man? Cause I wasn't able to make it, man. I had some other shit going on. I know it's bussing.
It was cool. Big Keith hosted first for Leon till he got there.
Okay,
And then Leon
of
got there,
course.
did his thing. So it was a good night. It was a real good night. The comics was
Yeah, it's
there.
always a good vibe up there.
Always.
Yeah.
You know what Bartian is.
So
Comic
I d-
convention.
what's up?
I said it's a comedian convention.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So first of all, I definitely appreciate you for taking time out and doing my little podcast. You know what I'm saying?
And your little podcast. Don't love your own podcast. Doing your
Nah.
podcast. Doing your podcast. That's dope.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah, yeah. I
Thank you
definitely
for having.
appreciate you, man.
Because
Uh,
when black people little something, they usually disrespecting it. So
right, yeah.
don't little
Nah,
your
big
podcast.
podcast over here.
Yeah, not the little one,
Big
the big one.
podcast. So look, man. I wanna start off from the beginning, man, because the purpose of this podcast is for um people to be introduced or reintroduced to some of my favorite comedians and just people in general. And you know, by the end of the podcast, the goal is for whoever listening to know what or who you are, right?
Right.
So I want to start from the beginning. So you not from Chicago, right? You from
Yeah,
Indiana?
no. I
See,
am
I did the
from
same. I did the same thing. So y'all be hanging out in Indiana, and
I am from Chicago. I was raised in the Wild Hunnets on the South Side, but I now currently reside in Indiana. So I started doing comedy in Indiana. That's the only
right? Okay,
why. So, but I still stay out here now. But I'm from Chicago, so I consider myself a Chicago comedian. I do not consider
bet.
myself an Indiana comedian. I don't care.
Why
Yes, I
not? Why
started
why
out
not an
here.
Indiana comedian?
Huh?
Why not an Indiana comedian?
Because I'm from Chicago. I mean, Indiana cool and all, but I'm saying like
They
I'm
all
from
right.
Chicago, so I'm a Chicago comedian. I mean, I've been living out here for 20 years. That do not make me a Hoosier, but
Facts.
I'm a Chicagoan. All in my blood, baby. I gotta have mouth sauce, so I'm a Chicagoan.
So
So
how you get started?
the real story, or you just want a short, quick version, real quick. I'm gonna do a short.
Give me the deal. Give me the lowdown.
Oh Lord Jesus. What is this being shown on?
Everything and everywhere. And is.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you the full version and I'm gonna just edit a couple things.
Okay.
So some years ago, I was trying to get this job and I messed up. It didn't do right. And I'm like, I don't wanna stop my extracurricular activity just for no job.
Mm-hmm.
What can I do that I ain't gotta stop my extracurricular activity to do? And
Mm.
um, but it was all because of the job. Um, it was all because of the job. What happened with the job that even brought it up? But I've been told all my life, like you funny, you should do comedy. You ever considered being a comedian? It never crossed my mind. I was a mama, and then after that happened, and it actually happened twice. Um, I'm like, all right, forget it. So my now ex-husband friend owns a comedy club in Miller, Indiana. It's
Mm-hmm.
really the only black owned comedy club in Indiana. It used to be called Deep Performance Comedy Theater. Now it's Miller Beach Performance Theater.
Mm-hmm. Shout out
So
to Dale, man.
yeah, Daryl Mance, the owner. So my ex-husband used to go up there because he, DJ, and that was his friend, and he would be like, I never went, but he would always try to get me to go with him, and I would never go. Finally, after the little incident with the jobs, I'm like, forget it, I'ma just go. And I went one Wednesday, which is their open mic night, and I really went to just go spectate. Um, in my mind that night, I went to go be a student of comedy. Most times I watched it. Other time, not most time. Other times I watched it to laugh for the jokes. But this time, in my mind, I'm thinking, all right, let me see what's to this stuff. People keep telling
Right.
me, okay, yeah, I'm a little funny. Let me see what's to it. So I went up there to go observe comedians that night. I did not go to perform. I had no jokes written, no material, no nothing. So I'm just going. After, I don't know, maybe an hour or so, my ex-husband and his friends like, you gotta go now, the time is now, you gotta go. I'm like, no. They like, go now. I'm like, I ain't ready, I ain't got nothing. They like, we don't care, you gotta go now, the time is now. They like, we know you could be funny, you could just talk and be funny, so just go now. I'm like, I ain't ready. They like, we don't care, go. So they pretty much, I got almost peer pressure into
And
this
look
whole
though, that's
career.
how it starts though. That's how it started. Like 'cause I know for me, the first night I went up, which by the way, I just realized that uh September 30th would be my 60th anniversary.
Okay, happy
So
early
I
turn.
just I just saw that today. But my first time was kind of similar to that, getting forced on stage and people talk about you funny at an open mic. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it normally happens, man. But
And
that's dope though.
yeah, that was like September 5th because my 5 year anniversary just passed too. Um,
Okay.
so September 5th, that was 5 years ago, September 5th, and I went up there and the guy who ran it, King David, was like, I'm gonna give you like, I don't know, 2-3 minutes or whatever. He was like, and if you feeling good, I'm gonna just let you go, a few more minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
Beans. Before I know it, it was like 6 minutes. He was giving me the light at that point though, but I was like, oh my God, like I had got a little, I think a little standing ovation. That the room, the people that was in there had like went crazy for me. And that night King David he said something that at first I felt was an insult, but I think like looking back at it in hindsight after a while, it was really a compliment. He was like, ain't enough money to go around. Some he said that almost made me feel like he was slighting me, but that really wasn't what it was. He was basically saying, "Oh, she good, like she gonna be a problem, like she gonna be some trouble because she was funny." So, and 5 years later, here I am, still doing it. Ain't I wouldn't change a thing. I think timing is everything. So even though people always
Right.
tell me, I don't think when I was younger or when my kids was younger, I don't think it was time for me to do comedy. It
Mm.
wasn't. It wasn't. I wasn't ready yet. This game is different. You
So so after that, like that first night where you like like anxious to kind of get back to it, or like were you?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because when I first, before I started, I wasn't going out on weeknights. I was a mama, like work, home, pick the kids up if I had to, home, homework, dinner, in the bed. Like I had a routine. My kids, three boys, so and two of them diagnosed ADD, ADHD. One autistic, well, two of them was diagnosed with ADHD, one ADD, ADHD, and one of them that was diagnosed also diagnosed autistic, but high functioning.
Mm,
So my kids needed structure. They needed a routine. They needed a schedule. So I kept
mm,
them on that. So like comedy wouldn't have worked for me back then, but they grown now. So I think like 5 years ago they was really starting to get older, where I, was comfortable with leaving them alone and being gone for hours
yeah,
on the
yeah.
weekday. Because now this game is a hustle. I'm out.
Right.
You
Yeah.
out 3-4 nights a week.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So now I wouldn't regret it. I've met some pretty dope people in my 5 years and made some really good relationships and built some really good bonds with some really dope people.
Yeah, and that's what it's about too, man. Cause like I think that I was talking about this last week that especially now I think that um it's really like competitive. You know what I'm saying? And like it's too many comedians out here trying to step in each other's foot and shit like that. But like I think because like Chicago, man, we got the goats living in the city. Like
Chicago is the mecca. We the mecca for comedians. I don't care what nobody say. Like I'm not saying ain't no funny comics nowhere else around the world.
right,
But if you look at like the big states, Chicago, New York, LA, places like that, where ain't nobody can't nobody touch us. Like New York got a lot of comedians and a lot of comedy clubs. New York stay busy, buzzing all night. But we got, and I hate that it's divided, but we got North Side comics, we got South Side comics. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of us on either side of town. We deep.
yeah,
Like,
you got to come through here. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to survive here. You got to go to the Francis. You got to go to what I'm saying.
man,
If
the
you if
hard
you if you
room,
can survive at Francis, then you pretty much straight anywhere
especially
else.
on the inside, not on the outside. If you
Yeah, on
survive
the
Francis, you're
inside,
on the
yeah.
inside.
If
That's the task. You
yeah,
outside in the back now. And when it's warm out, that's cool.
right,
Everybody back there want to laugh. They there to listen.
right.
Inside, baby, yeah, Chicago definitely will teach you whether or not you built, whether or not you built for this game or not. Cause
Right, yeah, right.
Chicago audiences, listen, I didn't bomb before. I didn't, I
Yeah.
didn't, I didn't bomb. I bombed at Francis as well. I don't know if I can really call it a bomb, but I bombed at Francis's, I guess, if you want to say that, because my oldest son, I had been there for a minute. I wasn't even supposed to be there to perform. I was meeting another comedian. Lady died there, so we can go out west. And the girl, my son's girlfriend or whatever, had messaged me like a few minutes before, like, your son in jail. What?
Mm-mm.
And now, as soon as she messaged that and I read it, all I did was called his phone immediately. She messaged
Mm-hmm.
Facebook because she didn't have my phone number or nothing. So she messaged me on Facebook. And so the message was in the other folder. So it took me a minute to even see it. So when I checked it and I called his phone going straight to voicemail. Straight to voicemail. I'm like, oh my God. So I hurried up and messaged her back. She took a half a second too long to respond. I called her. She like, um, yeah, he went to jail. They said he ran a stop sign.
What?
They said he ran a stop sign, but it was more to it. He was out there in Crown Point, Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
People don't play in Indiana because
especially not
like
further south. Once you get past
right, yeah,
Hammond, Gary, don't go
Gary, y'all,
messing
especially
around in
Gary.
Steel and Crown Point and Valpo. Don't even Griffith. Don't go messing around over there in the areas with them.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I go to Indiana because I stay over east now, so I go to Indiana. You know what I'm saying? buy my squares and my blunts, and I'm back in the city.
Your gas. I
Get
hope.
gas, you know.
Okay, I hope you get gas.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's so. I mean, Indiana. I've been out here 20 years. I mind my business. I keep to myself. But I got three black sons, so they walk in targets. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They move in targets. And with my oldest being autistic but high functioning, um, he don't see things and cues and read facial expressions the way people without the diagnosis of Asperger's would. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
they say he got into a fight with him, and so anyway, long story short, I went back in Francis's and I'm waiting on Lady Di. Cause at this point I'm like, ain't nothing I can do. He in
Right.
jail. I can't get to him. I gotta wait for him to call me. You know what I'm saying? Whenever they're gonna give him his phone call to call me to let me know what's going on. So I mean, I'm in my head about it because of course this is my son, but I'm like, damn. So I walk back in the back from Francis, as you know, you come in the door and I'm standing back there, and all of a sudden Michi Hall called me up.
Mm.
Huh? I didn't come to perform. Sam like, go. I'm like, no. I'm like, no. I just found out he like use that shit. G, you could do it. Use that shit, bro. I went up there and I could not muster up no funny. I
Mm.
couldn't muster up no jokes, no nothing.
Did you talk about that?
A little bit, but I couldn't make it funny because I didn't know that what was going on. Like, you tell that she telling me they didn't beat him up because he didn't ran the stop sign but resisted arrest. So she telling me they didn't beat him up. So I don't know how bad they didn't beat my son up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So at that moment, no, I couldn't figure out how to make fun of a situation that I really wasn't aware of what really was going on with my
Right.
son.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Sam was like, and again, she didn't know. I guess somebody told her. Somebody, matter of fact,
Wow.
it was when he was working for Pizza Hut and he was delivering pizza. And I think he had just made a delivery or something. So somebody had told her and she messaged me. So I think somebody found out at the job, told her, and she messaged me. So there was no information. So I'm in my head about it. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't beat my baby up. Like, oh my God, I'm knowing if he out there with them white police.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I don't know how bad they did him. So I couldn't figure out how to be funny. Beans, let me tell you something.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Look. Hey. Look. This is gonna be a venting session. Okay. Go ahead. Let it all
Baby,
out.
listen,
Okay.
it was funny. Let me tell you something. I bombed so horribly. This girl, who I don't think I ever seen her at Francis before that, and I don't know if I ever seen her again. But this heifer gonna say to me, all right, baby, we just want you to get off the stage.
Ooh. No, she didn't. No, she
Bro,
didn't.
yes, she did. She was like, all right, all right, you just, and listen, I'm laughing about it now. You know what I'm saying? Because it was funny, bro. I mean, if you ain't bombing, you ain't a comedian. Bombing is a part of the process.
Right.
Period. I don't care what the reason was you bombed, whether your jokes wasn't hitting with the audience, whether it was the audience throw, whatever the reason. Tomato,
Right. Yeah.
I don't care. You bomb. End of the day, bomb is supposed to do one or two things for you. It's gonna do one or two things. It's either gonna bring you down and keep you in your head about it, or shit gonna make you go harder the next time. Period.
Right.
But I bombed so bad, but that's why I'm like, I don't know if I can really call it a bomb. I didn't go there to go up that night. I wasn't
Mm.
supposed to go up. I let Seth ass make me go talk me into going up. And then I go up there. I couldn't make fun of a situation because I didn't know what was going on with my son. He could have been somewhere beat the hell up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Why they out here
Yeah.
doing our young black, our men, period, our black men. So I didn't know
Right.
how bad the situation was with my son. So I couldn't be funny. But old girl was standing in front of the bar, and I'm knowing she wasted. But she like, all right, baby, come on, just come on down.
That is
When
wow.
you in Francis and you in the front on the thing, she like, all right, baby, come on, just come on. We ready for you.
See that would have made me go crazy.
I listen, especially with on top of what I was already dealing with in my head, knowing that my son is in jail, beat up by the police, but I'm not knowing how bad it is. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely like, she really don't know. Like,
what's
about
going on? Yeah.
about to wild out on it in a minute, like, cause I'm in a whole nother headspace at this moment, like, and I'm like, all right, y'all, I can't. I said, I don't even know why. I said, I can't even figure out how to must up no jokes. I can't think of none of my jokes. I couldn't think beans. I couldn't think of none of my damn
Hey,
jokes.
look though. Hey, look. I can't say that um I've ever been in that exact situation because my son not old enough to be getting beat up by the police and shit like that. So
Shit, he ain't got
I could
no
just
certain age.
imagine. Uh,
He ain't got to be no certain age. He black.
I mean, well, he now. I mean, the police beat up my 9 year old. It's
I,
gonna be a
I mean,
problem.
thank God nothing has happened, but we know how they is. But edit that out. I'm listening.
But like, I don't know. I could just imagine. What you was going through just in that moment, and then they had this little heifer come up, talking shit. I would have.
She waved me down off the stage, bro. Like, all right, come off the little what
Wow.
it's called little step stool little thing and windowsill. She waved me down like, come on. I'm like,
Damn.
like, girl, go upside your damn hair right now. But you know what? Because then we'll both be in jail. Now, if I'm in jail too, I can't help my baby.
Right. Right.
Like, don't even. Now, I'm in jail in Chicago, he in jail in Indiana. Like, don't even do it. But
That's definitely not a good look.
definitely not a good look. Like, she just called me telling me now somebody else got to call my mama. Like, your daughter
Damn.
and grandson is in jail in two different states. What the hell?
Right.
What the hell? So yeah, so I
Hilarious.
get that one though, baby. That was it wasn't funny that night. I mean, I think I still did laugh about it later on, but not the way I'm laughing about it now. But
Right.
yeah, that was and I don't know. I guess I could call. I don't know if I could necessarily call it a bomb, but I bombed even before that,
Yeah.
maybe once
I
or twice
mean,
after that. I
we
mean,
all have.
you're just not gonna always have a good night. I just
Yeah.
I don't care. Some of the best in the game, some of the best, some of the legends. I've seen some of the people now who out here still rocking hard, who I didn't watch 20, 30 years. Some of them sometimes don't have a good night. So
Hmm. Yeah. What Ray Charles said in the movie, it ain't easy to always be breezy or some shit like that.
tell me about some
You get what I'm saying, though? Something like that.
or something. Now you supposed to know the damn movie if you're gonna be trying to quote. You're supposed to
Look,
know the
look.
quote if you're gonna be
I'm
trying
not
to.
gonna lie. I smoked some reefer before I came on. So,
Oh Lord Jesus, fix it.
hey, so look, we gotta talk about this though because damn, I wish I could have brought her on too, but the infamous we gonna call this the the brawl at damn, what the fuck is the
Oh,
name of
and
the club?
celebrity.
At the celebrity brawl, yes.
No, Mo.
Because I promise you, that was a night that none of us go forget.
That no, that night wasn't even supposed to happen like that.
Cause where was we at before there? 'Cause we went to a room or something that night. I think who room we was at.
I don't know if I went to the room with y'all or if I just came up to sleep.
Was that Kelvin room?
Oh yeah, I think Darren's.
At Darren's, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. At
I,
Darren's,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Because I think we went up there for Levi for was it his birthday or did we
He
just go?
probably one of his going away parties because he had
I was
about 10
just
of
going
them.
to say
So.
that. I was just going to say that on one of his fake ass going away parties. This
Yeah,
man leave
that nigga
every
still owe me
2 to 3
money.
years and they ain't went no damn well. Levi, stop lying, bro. We love you, but your ass ain't left but one time and you went away for a weekend visit.
Right, that nigga went on vacation and
Right, he
came
went
back.
to Texas for a weekend and came back. Talking about you done been back and forth, bro. We not giving your ass no more going away parties. Just go next time. We done gave you enough, and you ain't never left, so you don't get no more. Well, yes,
So
we had went to
um
dance and left there, and we all went to Celebrity and was up
to
there,
celebrity, yeah.
and we was kicking it. We was
All
having
I
a
remember
good.
is I went to the bathroom and I came back and y'all was fighting and Mo Good kicked the fucking window out, kicked the whole window out. And look, and then let me tell you something about Ronnie George. Shout out to Ronnie George. Soon as y'all got the soon before the fight even started, Ronnie was out.
I already
Ronnie
know
don't
he.
play that shit.
I already know.
Soon as somebody starts talking real loud, like you know what I'm saying, like
I
arguing and
already know
stuff,
he had
Ronnie
left.
be gone. He don't play that shit.
Allie had left before the shit kicked out, so she
Right? Yeah,
know.
I was there too. Right? She had already left
She
though.
know, but yeah, I know Ronnie was like, "Oh no, yeah, he got out of there like he had jets on.
Man, look.
That
All
was
I know is that was a crazy ass night. Then we ended up going taking boat
hospital.
to the hospital, and oh my god, that was just a crazy ass night, man.
That was. I mean, it's like it was fun before it got crazy though. We was having a good time. We was turned up. We was drinking, laughing, taking pictures. Like it was a
Yeah,
good time, and then all hell broke loose, and I tried to hit her with every piece of DJ equipment in that car.
your crazy ass been to picked up a whole speaker trying to throw that little bit that weigh 50 pounds. I'm like, Barney, what is you put that speaker down? If you don't put that speaker down, what you do?
I definitely did pick up a house. It was funny because it was a couple times. I even, for some reason, I don't know, like in the heat of the things, your adrenaline going, you just be so my ex being a DJ and all. When I started grabbing dude DJ equipment, he kept grabbing certain shit out my hand like no.
Right.
I ended up grabbing the little stand. I don't know how. I don't know what dude laptop had went. I don't know if we had knocked it over or what, but I had ended up grabbing the stand that his laptop was sitting on it.
You
Oh
just
my
picking up
god!
random shit at this point. Like you don't even know what you just grabbing the close thing you get your hand on.
I mean, because I'm trying to figure out how did I lift the speaker? How did I lift the speaker?
I don't know.
Like
But you
what?
definitely picked that boy up. The whole speaker. It wasn't no little Bluetooth speaker either. This is a real DJ subwoofer.
Oh my god! Yeah, that night.
And you had that motherfucker on your shoulder. Like, damn, where you going with it?
Yeah, that night was definitely it was a good night, but that was definitely a wild night, and definitely a night to never forget, baby. Cause Ooh, the flashback. I saw a girl the other night that I thought was her or looked like her. I'm like, I hope this ain't her and she don't remember me nothing at the fight.
Nah, she don't want no more problems. If she see y'all come in, she better go the other way.
I don't even know. I wonder because I don't even know if I would remember what the hell she looked like. Ronnie posted. Didn't somebody post a video in the group though?
Yeah, but I think well the video I got, you can't see her face.
Oh, oh my god, that was
Yeah, I don't.
that was a
That
wild,
is just crazy. Though.
fun.
So, what you do for your birthday besides bartend?
I was supposed to be in Vegas, and then my sciatic nerve kicked in and was like, "Yeah, no." So Saturday, last yeah, my birthday was just Monday. So Saturday before that, I mean the Saturday before, um, we went to I did a birthday dinner at Kitchen and Cocktails,
Nice.
and then Sunday, what did I do? I didn't do much Sunday. I laid around because I've been in pain. I have been in pain the last 3 weeks with this sciatic nerve pain. So I really didn't do much. Sunday, I think I stayed at home and I chilled most of the day. And then I got up and I was like, I can't be home all day. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I can't bring my birthday in at home by myself because I'm a part-time empty nester now. So I got up and went to E77 and did just Jeff Mike.
Mm.
We stayed there for a bit and then I left there and me and just Jeff went to Riddles.
Riddles, because I saw you at Riddles.
B Cole was hosting his show that night. So we popped up
Yeah.
at Riddles and then I stayed there till almost midnight. We stayed outside talking shit, doing what
Yeah,
we
I had to get it by that, man. I had my grandma with me. I had to get grandma to the crib. You know what I'm saying?
stayed out there till almost midnight, you know,
Okay.
talking shit,
Yeah.
whatever. And then I went home. And then Monday on my actual birthday, I got up and took myself to breakfast and ended up getting my breakfast paid for by some bishop.
A bishop.
I was by myself, he was by himself, and I had my little birthday crown on. He was like, looking around. He like, you by yourself? I said, yeah. He said, I can't really see because we were sitting on opposite sides of the little
Mm-hmm.
thing, but in booths, but literally like right. I was sitting on this side of the booth and he was sitting on this side of the booth on the other side. He was like, I can't see your little crown, but I don't know what it say. You a princess, you a queen, or what? I said, no, it say happy birthday. He
Not
like,
you finna be a first lady.
right, for real. He was like, oh, this shit, I know, that tripped me out. Like, what you think? I'm just out here by myself with a crown on, just some real important person just walking around. So, he was like, it's your birthday? I said, yeah. He was like, oh, well, happy birthday. He said, and you by yourself? I said, yes, I was born by myself.
Mm-hmm.
He started laughing and was like, well, you know what? I'll buy your breakfast. I'll buy your meal. I said, oh, well, thank you. And he was eating by himself. And I'm like, well, would you like to have breakfast together since we're both alone? Now you're paying for my breakfast. So,
So he was trying to fuck. Okay, cool.
yeah, pretty much. Probably. Yeah. Bishop still want to do it too, damn it. But he ain't no priest. But yeah, then I went home and what did I do Monday? I had got taken out on a dinner dates.
Uh-oh. By the bishop?
No.
Oh.
Somebody else. The bishop was a surprise. The bishop wasn't part of the plan. I really expected to go have breakfast by myself. But
Oh, okay.
being newly divorced and after being together for 10 years and married for 6, I'm learning, which is I'm totally okay with because I spend a whole lot less money.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if the boys is gone. I'm learning to just do things by myself, which is absolutely okay. I actually enjoy it. It's wonderful. So I had took my
Yeah, I do. I do a lot of stuff by myself too. I'm single. You know what I'm saying? So I go out to eat by myself and do a lot of shit by myself. But even when I wasn't single, like I be by myself a lot because everybody don't want to do what I want to do and don't want to go where I want to go and when I want to go. You know what I mean?
oh yeah.
So
Yeah. I didn't
yeah.
done I don't think I ever went out to eat by myself while I was married. Um I don't think I ever went to eat out by myself while I was married. And maybe in the 10 years we was together. I don't think but you know, almost a year separated, almost a year divorced. And again, I was born by myself. So I'm not a twin. So and we wasn't born, me and him wasn't born together, joined at the hip. So I'm
Right.
okay with, you know, doing things by myself. I'd have been to the show by myself. I run me one and ride
Mm-hmm.
out. You know what I'm saying? Go to the show. It ain't $5 Tuesday no more. 6 now or 7. But I'll go
Mm.
to the show by myself. You know what I'm saying? Go see somebody. Used to always just take me and my kids. So I'm good with that. So I had,
Wait a
yeah.
minute. They ain't got $5 Tuesday no more.
You like, wait a minute, rewind that. No, it went up.
Hey, wait, what?
It's like $7 now, and they don't even give you the free popcorn no more.
God damn.
I know, right? I know. It's there. So it's been a little minute since you've been there. Then, yeah, they cut all that.
Yeah.
They cut all that out. All that good stuff is gone. They still got their little specials, but ain't no more $5. They had to go up. And but if you
Yeah.
got
I
membership,
gotta go to the Tuesday. It just be too crowded, and
when
I don't like all them people, and
on
you
Tuesday,
know what I'm saying. like I never go see a movie like when it first
Oh,
come out. I
hmm.
always wait for like maybe like a week or so later and go see it because there's less people. Because I don't want to be in the with a bunch of people and all that shit. And then especially if I got you know somebody with me, I might want to get busy in the back. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want nobody.
So it's for old man. Keep that at home with Netflix and chill, okay? The heck?
No, we Marcus Theater and chill. Damn it.
God. That's why your ass single. You trying to bang heifers in the back of the goddamn gate on $5 Tuesday.
Yeah, that's a
They're like,
date.
dang, you gonna bring me on this cheap date and you think you gonna get some in the theater? So,
And is
oh my God. That not and is. You stupid as hell. So I went
because
on
I'm beans.
a date
No.
though for my birthday after, went on a little dinner date and ended the night.
Cool.
Yeah. So
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. You get one birthday a year, so you got to enjoy it.
I'm celebrating once a month every day on the 11th.
Hmm.
That's what I'm finna start doing.
So let me ask you this: by your birthday being on September 11th, like how did you feel? Like no, seriously, like on that day when it happened, 9/11. Like did you feel some type of way or where was you at when it happened?
In the bed, sleep sick. That was the year I stopped smoking cigarettes. I woke up. My grandma called me and was wishing me a happy birthday, to calling me to wish me a happy birthday, and she was like, "Turn
Mm,
the TV on." And I turned the TV on, and all that was happening. I was sick as a dog. I had got sick. I used to work at the boat at Navy Pier called the Ugly Duck. It's now the
mm,
Blue, but at the time I was working on the boat at Navy.
mm,
I was the hostess on the Ugly Duck. So um, I was sick that day, and I didn't go to work. And um, she woke me up, and I turned the TV on, and I was like, "Oh my!" I mean, it was just a really messed up
yeah,
situation. Like it still
yeah,
is. All them people died and lost their lives, and then all the first responders who ended up, getting sick and cancer and different, illnesses and health ailments due to, the falling of the towers. Like it's just,
right.
uh,
The smoke and stuff. Yeah,
yeah, it's definitely a day to remember. Um, a very solemn day. Like a lot of people lost their lives, and not just in New York.
right.
So
Yeah, because I was in I want to say seventh grade
mm,
or eighth grade, something like that. Because
shoot, I'm
I
old.
was on my I was trying to get ready for school, and I think they ended up canceling school that day. And yeah, that was
How old are
crazy.
you, things?
I'm 35.
Okay, I'm like, you was what? I'm sitting here. Well, I was turning 25. I was turning 25.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm
Yeah, I
like,
was like probably like 12 or 13 because that's it. That's say my mama died. My mama died New Year's Eve 2001.
oh, I'm sorry to
So
hear
I was
that.
like 13. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, you're making me feel real old. But yeah,
No, you're not. Oh, you just seasoned like some good hair. That's all.
like some lemon pepper.
Yeah, lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper. But yeah, it's a terrible day, I mean,
Yeah.
but I still got to celebrate my birth, the day of my
Huh.
birth. So I still got to celebrate the day of my birth, though. But I pay
Right.
respect
Yeah.
to them, and you know, yeah.
Did you do some? Did you celebrate that day, or was it just too much?
I was
Just
sick.
think.
Nothing
Oh,
that
you
day.
were sick. Oh, okay.
The dog. That's the day I stopped smoking cigarettes. Except the day before, probably actually, because I don't know if you ever smoked cigarettes before, at least for me, and I don't know if this is for everybody, but when I was sick back then, I had a real bad sore throat. I don't know if I had a cold, the flu, or what. I can't remember. But I was sick as a dog. And I was
Mm,
up, and people who smoke cigarettes, they got to have that first smoke of the day. That'd be the first thing that they,
yeah.
they wake up. They don't brush. Most times, they don't even brush their teeth yet.
Right.
All over, and they gonna grab three things: they phone, they cigarette, and they lighter. And they gonna
But
and if they smoke, drink coffee, they gonna sit at the table with all of them items and their coffee, and they gonna drink their coffee, smoke their cigarette, and they gonna scroll
yep.
the media. So I woke up, probably tried to smoke a cigarette, and I was like, oh my God, it hurted. The cigarette smoke literally made my throat hurt more. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I can't do this. And so I was like, I didn't intend on stopping forever. I just was like, I ain't gonna smoke it till my throat feel better.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't had a cigarette since. Went cold turkey.
Mm.
And that's back when cigarettes was still like $2 a pack. Shit.
Damn.
When you can go get four for $1 or something if you was buying loose squares. I ain't never bought loose squares. I always had to buy them by the pack because I had a habit. But
Mm.
that's when cigarettes was still dirt but cheap. I think I had like a pack and a half left. And I ended up giving them away because after about a week or so, the taste had left me. I didn't want them no more. And then
Yeah.
the smoke started was irritating me when I did finally go back to work on the boat because it took a while before we started working again because of everything
Mm-hmm.
that happened. So they wasn't taking the boats out in the water, none of that. You know what I'm saying? So once we did finally go back to work and I started back working, and after we would dock, after our, little cruises or whatever, and all employees would go upstairs on the top deck and smoke, couldn't go up there with them no more because the cigarette smoke really bothered me. Like I couldn't be around it. So
Mm.
I thank God for removing that from me. And I guess it's a good thing because all three of my kids are asthmatic. I'd have been smoking their ass out. That'd have been a bad.
So, what you got coming up? What you got coming up? You got some shows and stuff coming up?
I got one booked right now. Well, I'm waiting on a flyer from Kyrie. I think he's supposed to be doing something at the Grow House, I think on the 28th, I think.
Mm.
And then I got the I'm Not Sober September 30th out west.
Mm. I've seen that.
This is I was just looking at how Facebook share your memories and they post all it. I was just looking at some of my memories. This time last year, I was super busy. Like
Yeah.
I was super booked and super busy, like super blessed. Like I ain't even gonna lie, I couldn't even complain. Like show after show after show. I've been blessed in my 5 years to do some shows with people like comedian Hamburger and Talent. Going to
Mm-hmm.
Jersey. I mean, after I did that show with Hamburger in Jersey last year for Father's Day, he remembered me, and when he was coming to Chicago, he sent me the flyer like, "Come up here and come do some time with me." Do you know what an honor?
Right.
Let me move my hair real quick. Do you know what and a blessing like? And I say that humbly as hell. I'm not saying it to be cocky because again, Hamburger don't even curse, and
Right.
I mean, not that I can't do clean because I have done clean, but Hamburger don't even curse. That's why he say, "Hey,
Right. Not at all.
baby, listen." When he hit me with that flyer, like I'm coming to Chicago, I'm like, he remembered me. God, like that was a very humbling moment to be like. Cause let me tell you that story real quick. So I did a cruise last year with my ex
Mm-hmm.
for our anniversary, uh, and then we broke up. And then I did so when I did that cruise, they is booked by a comedian named Spunky Robinson. He from Florida, funny
Okay.
as hell. And he do this cruise called he called himself the Punchline King. So he do this cruise called Punchline King in Paradise, him and his wife. So when I performed on a cruise last year, I guess that him and his friends, top flight type, he from Jersey, and Wody, he from Mississippi. They all comedians, all funny as hell, all three of them. I'm talking about raw on the mic. No shit. That's why I say I ain't saying that every comics ain't funny everywhere because they
Mm-hmm.
funny. But I guess they thought Top Flight and Wody thought that I did good, that they ended up booking me from the cruise show because Spunky put shows together on the cruise. So we're not doing cruises shows for Carnival. It's just for our private groups. So
Okay.
He did the show. I performed, and they booked me. So Top Flight booked me for a whole weekend for Father's Day weekend last year to come to Philly and Jersey. And I had shows from Friday to Sunday. One show Friday, two shows Saturday, two shows Sunday. All weekend. We moving, we going. I made good money that weekend off them shows. Like for real.
So this your birthday weekend last weekend?
No, this was
Last year?
year.
Oh, Father's Day last weekend. Okay,
Father's
last
Day.
year.
So I'm on the cruise. So we did. That's how I got the bookings from doing the show on the cruise. And so when I went to Philly last year, Philly and Jersey, is how I met Talent and Hamburger, because Top Flight do a lot of shows with a lot of people. That man funny as hell. He like a silent assassin. He sit in the room quiet, don't say shit. When it's time for him to get on stage, I'm talking about silent assassin, won't say a whole lot of nothing. You'll be like, this dude, like you would think he's standoffish. Get up on stage and will kill it. Have your ass pissing on yourself. So funny. So he booked me to come to Jersey and Philly, and I did a Father's Day. Actually, on Father's Day, I did two shows, but I did a brunch because I did a birthday show and I did a brunch. I did a brunch though with Hamburger. It was this chick. I ain't gonna say her name. She went up before. She wasn't on the flyer. She wasn't booked, so I guess it was just a guest spot. Talent went up, Aldo went up, and they had to leave to go rush to another show. So it was me, Hamburger, the other lady, and Talent. And Top Flight left. She go up before me. Bomb. Crickets. Bro, I'm talking about it was so bad. It was a little table of old ladies sitting by the doorway. Three of them got up and was like, let us know when she gone. We going to the bathroom.
Oh, wow. That is hilarious.
Bro, on my grandmama's grave, I promise. Them ladies, I'm talking about, they loud about it too. Like, they got up and walked out. Like, we not finna sit here. She not even funny.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm embarrassed for her. So, I go, they go to the bathroom or whatever. We sitting in this big old conference room that they had put us in. They giving us water, snacks, drinks, whatever. We in there. So, we go out there to go stand and watch the show. Hamburger come out the room like, why is so quiet out here? Is the show over? He peeked around the corner thinking the show over because ain't nobody laughing. He like, where's the people at? Ain't no. So she get off. The old ladies come back out. Hamburger go up down. The wife keeps saying, Talent, Top Flight, go up there, rip it, bring it back. Then he called me up. Matter of fact,
who's hosting?
Top Flight's the one hosting.
Hosting, okay.
Hosting. Matter of fact, that's one of my videos that I got circulating. The one where I'm standing on stage with the all black Puma outfit on and a curly hair, and I was talking about the GD joke and everything, and I'm in front of the window. That was last year in Jersey. I go up there and I kill it. Ripped it. Hamburger come up like, now that's how you do it. Because he said, thank you. Because I thought I was finna have to go up here and fight for their life. He said, between you and Top Flight, y'all brought it all the way back and sent it to the moon for me. Thank you. He was like, you was funny. He was like, good job. That's how you do it. He was like, I see you.
And should have put Bean on the show.
You stupid. You wasn't on the cruise, sir. That's how I got put on the show. Because I was on the cruise. I went to the cruise. I did the cruise this year with them. It was 200 people, 11 comedians. So we had two shows. And it's a good time. Like, we get our own rooms for our private events because it's like it's 5 days on the cruise. So his wife booked like all these different events. So we have 5 days full of different theme parties. Like the first day, it's like a stoplight party. So it's like red, green, and yellow. Like red, I think if you taking, yellow if it's complicated or something, and red or red, whatever. But it's a stoplight party. Then like it'll be a different theme party. We had like a sneaker ball this year and a Wild Wild West night and an 80s versus 90s or something like that. And then that night they had a silent party on the boat. So it was a really good time. But that's how I met Hamburger. And that's remembered me. And so when he got ready to come to Chicago to do riddles with Damon, He was like, and then I came and I performed for the first show and I'm getting ready to leave. He like, don't go, don't go. He like, please don't leave me. You're my good luck charm. If you leave, I'm not gonna do so well. I already know.
What?
Yes. Just, but I mean, and then I know he was
That's dope.
I know he was BSing me, but just to have him, I didn't watch this man on TV for
Yeah, yeah,
years.
right.
And so to be able to do a show with him and have him reach out to me like, I'm coming to your city, come up here and come do some time for me.
That's
That
dope.
that was big. That's a
That's
moment,
dope.
you know, in my career. I got a skit with Young Jock and Bruh from the Fifth Floor. When I
Mhm.
did the show, 2-3 years ago now at the Country Club Hills Theater with Tony
Mhm.
Schofield, Young Jock hosted, um, Bruh from the Fifth Floor, Shotty from Wildin' Out, Capone. I was the only female on the show, and it was a real dope lineup. And we did a skit backstage. Bruh walking up and taking Young Jock food, and he looked Young Jock look at me like, "What the?" Bruh like they told me you was holding a sandwich for a brother. You know how he is, him and his sandwiches.
Yeah,
Oh. So I've been blessed though in my love 5 years to have done some
that's what's up, man. So
those
look, once again, I do appreciate you for coming on, man.
having
Even though
me
I think we had some technical difficulty trying to get this shit up and running, man, but it worked out. You know, the devil is busy.
today. When you doing good and you got some things working for you, he definitely tried to throw a monkey wrench in, but we got it together, baby.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He alive.
So, tell everybody where they can find you.
I am on everything: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, except Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. Comedian Marni, Marni, and I spell comedian the way the men spell it. I don't spell it the way the women do. I should, but Marni, Marnip on all social medias. And go follow because I didn't started a podcast called the I Said What the Fuck I Said.
Okay,
Because it was supposed to be a talk show. Kind of fell through. So I decided to start it as a podcast. We actually do that every Wednesday. Um,
okay,
Either streaming from my page or from the my personal page or from the actual I Said What the Fuck I Said podcast page. So you can go find that on social media too. And I customize all types of stuff. So if you're looking for t-shirts, I do it all. Socks,
yeah, we're gonna talk about that because I definitely need to get my merch up.
branded for comedians. You want it, I do it all. Jackets, socks, hats, shirts, shoes, umbrellas, car seat covers. Whatever you need. I'm like a dude from Good Times. Used to have it all in his jacket.
Mm.
But I appreciate you having me. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, anytime, man. Anytime you want to come back, you got something going on. You want to come promote anytime? Just let me know. You always welcome.
Appreciate it. I'm proud of you, Beanz. Congratulations, though. Keep up the good work, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So, once again, man, thank y'all for listening to Common Conversation. Don't forget to download the audio podcast right now available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you go and subscribe and like the page, like the video. And yeah, that's it, man. It's Beanz the comedian, Marni P. We out.
Peace.
This has been Comic Conversations with Beanz the Comedian.